Hello friends, Assalamu alaikum. I am Mohammad Rafiq Tafi, Government Degree College, Latifabad, Hyderabad. I am going to deliver lecture on especially on human respiratory system. Human respiratory system. First of all, we have to discuss about the system. System means two or more than two organs when they collectively form work for the single purpose, and here that purpose is a respiration. Means that's why we are using terminology that is a respiratory system, because whatsoever they are organs, whatsoever organs are involved here that are especially for the single purpose, single work, single mechanism, that's known as a respiration. Here we will discuss about the respiration and inhalation exhalation, and other one is the mechanism of inhalation and exhalation. Also here we will discuss, and the pathway that's involved in the respiration we will discuss here. So in the respiratory system, let's move further. This is a human respiratory. This is a human respiratory system. This is a nasal cavity and nose. Nose is known as a respiratory organ, especially means this is known as a inhaler, means especially this is particularly for the filtration of air, means air inhalation and exhalation occur especially by the help of nose. These are the two openings, these two openings centrally that are hollow, and this hollow opening is known as the nostrils, and cavity is known as the nasal cavity. And this nasal cavity especially possesses the hairs, that hairs are for the filtration of air. If more hairs are present, means they suspend the particles, they means filter the air. Inside the nose there is also presence of mucus. That mucus is responsible to dissolve the dust particles, yeah, sand particles, yeah, materials that are especially present with the air. When air pass from the nose, then it suspended, yeah, dissolved into the mucus, then filtered air move toward the respiratory tract. After that, there is presence of paranostrils, and there is presence of oral cavity, means nose directly open into the nasal cavity, centrally nasal cavity open into the central oral cavity. There is a pharynx. Pharynx is a common point. Pharynx is a common point. There is a presence of digestive tract and respiratory tract, two tubes especially open at particular point. The common point is known as a pharynx. At pharynx, there is a presence of opening that's known as a glottis. Glottis. Glottis that possesses a flap-like structure. That flap-like structure is known as the epiglottis. Glottis covered by epiglottis that cover especially during the inhalation, when means engulfing the food material. When we engulf the food, eat food, engulf this one in this way, at that time esophagus block, esophagus sorry uh, uh, respiratory tract block, especially the trachea block, and esophagus always remain open. Esophagus do not possess any kind of covering, while the trachea, or we can say the respiratory tract, that possesses the covering. And this is the tracheal region. You can see here, this is the tracheal region. Pharynx open into trachea. This is a trachea. This one is a larynx. Larynx is a common point. This is especially for the sound, or we can say this is known as a sound box. So here we can see, if you put pressure over there, you can feel the changes during your speaking. Why? Why? Because there is presence of this pharynx, this larynx. In human or human, especially that possesses mammals possess the larynx, while in the birds that possesses the pharynx. This larynx is known as a vocal cord, sound bars, especially that help us in the respiration especially. And this is a trachea, or we can say this is a windpipe. Trachea is a tube-like structure that covered by C-shaped cartilaginous bones that keep it always open. And centrally trachea possesses ciliated cells, and that possesses also goblet cells for the mucus secretion that keep it always lubricant. Whenever we inhale dust particle, when inhale fluid or sputum material that move toward the respiratory tract, at that time we feel the irritation, especially in this way. In this way, why? Because material that is moving toward the respiratory tract, while that is just single opening, that is a nostrils. If material move toward the lungs, then that cannot pass out. That's why we have the irritational mechanism. Always we try to put this material outside the body. That's why trachea. This is a trachea. This one is a trachea. Trachea is a large tube. This trachea open into two small tube. One is the bronchus move towards the bronchi. Two are known as a bronchi. One towards the left and other towards the right. Two lungs are present and two bronchus या bronchi are present. Bronchi are smaller than the trachea, and bronchi are smaller than the trachea. Then it divides. This is a bronchi. Bronchi further divided into bronchioles. Bronchi further divided into bronchioles. Bronchioles. This is a carrying of trachea. This is the opening region. Yeah, we can say the junction. This is a bronchus that divided into small bronchioles. Bronchi divided into bronchioles. That bronchioles in the last ended with the alveoli. And below the lungs there is a presence of diaphragm. Diaphragm is a partition in between the thoracic and chest cavity. Thoracic and chest, or we can say the thoracic and abdominal cavity, especially abdominal cavity and thorax. Especially at this point, there is a presence of diaphragm. Next, we can discuss here. Let's move. Here, this one is a, and this is a bronchi. This one is bronchi and divided into bronchioles, and these are the alveoli. These are the alveoli. Alveoli are bubble-like shaped structure. Centrally, lungs are filled with the balloon-like structures. These balloon-like structures are known as alveoli. Around about 700 million alveoli are present in the lungs. It provides large surface area to volume ratio, and the membrane of this bubble-like structure, or we can say the alveoli, that's responsible for the exchange of gases. Means that's wet, thin, permeable, provide large surface area to volume ratio. Internally, that alveoli that are elastic in nature, that are elastic due to the presence of surfactant chemical. Surfactant is a chemical that is responsible to keep it moist, always keep it moist. This is a again another structure of the respiratory system. You can see in here, we can understand more clear. This is a nasal cavity again, and this that open into the pharynx region, and at this point there is a epiglottis and glottis also. Opening is known as a glottis. That flap like structure you are covering is known as epiglottis. At the time of drinking, eating, at that time epiglottis close the glottis, and we engulf that move toward the digestive system. That's why material we engulf that move into the digestive system, while the respiratory system collapse or close or means stop to flow the materials toward the respiratory tract. And there is another tube already we have discussed, that is a trachea, and this one is a partition, and these lungs are present here in thoracic cavity. This is known as a thoracic cavity. Centrally there is a sternum, and 12 pair of ribs are present here, and at